Greetings, greetings, pals and gals. Greetings to you all of the YouTube world. I thank you once again for joining us for another episode of Figure Friday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for another riveting episode of what is sure to be a very interesting, excuse me, and I'm going to say, historic uh, episode because as today we will be reviewing episode 14 of the continuation of Figure Friday, which is I'm very happy to say is flourishing. I've had a lot of people tell me that they're actually getting into it, and I got some fans out there. This is a shout out to you guys. I know who you are, and you know who you are. So I thank you guys once again for joining me. And for today, let me just get a good stretch in. Sorry, folks. For today, we will be reviewing a double pack that I picked up today. In my hasten to open it, I meant to hold it into the box, but I couldn't hold it to myself. So we'll be introducing those two first, and then two brand new figures that I procured. And I do hope that you guys have plenty of snacks. If you want, go get something real quick. And I'm not going anywhere. I got nothing but time. Maybe grab yourself something to drink, kick back, relax, chill in your comfy chair. I gotta fix that blanket, man, because it's falling on me. I don't like it when it falls on me. That's better. And as I said before, folks, I do hope you guys have plenty of stuff to eat. Anything you like, just as I said, come chill, relax, have a good old time, because that's what we're here for, folks. Now, I just want to say before we start, these are going to be more. We're going to be stepping more into the world of Marvel, and as I said before in one of my previous streams, I know that it seems like I do nothing but Marvel, but I'm not being biased towards DC because I do respect them just as much as I respect Marvel. It's just I haven't had a chance to really see anything that they put out recently. There's some out there that I really would like to have. I just haven't had a chance to find them. So if given the chance, if I travel next time, maybe out of town, I'll take a look around, I'll see what I can find, and I'll have it ready for my next I just thank you guys for your patience. I thank you for your understanding. And so for today, why don't we just stop all this chit chat? Why don't we get down to the nitty gritty, huh? 1 second, let me just get a swiggity swig. That's better. So I figured that we could start with an inventor type. Now, this gentleman here, his character was one that revolutionized the world of Marvel, mainly because of not only because of who his character was today, but also back in the day, because I know that he is the son of a very famous inventor, a weapons designer at the same time, and founder of his own industry. And what's cool about this double pack that I had opened is that I have a variation of him without a suit, and a variation with the suit, which I'm pretty sure you can probably see where I'm going with this. I know his father. He worked very close with the Shield. I know he had seen a lot of battles. I know, and a lot of his weapons had revolutionized the wars that he had been in and that he had seen. And I know also for a fact that he may seem like stuck up. I know he doesn't seem like he cares about anything. But I mean, really, if you think about it, in the Avengers Endgame movie, that there is where he showed his heart. It's where he showed he was willing to give the ultimate sacrifice so that the world could be restored to its former glory. So, I would very much like to introduce the son of one Howard Stark. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Tony Stark. Tony Stark, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Stark. Come on, focus for me. Come on, camera. Come on now. I know you want to. Don't be that way. Come on. There we go. Now, what's cool about this is that, as I said, this is the variation of him without one of his suits, because he's very official looking in this one. Just stop messing with your tie. Just relax. Let me fix it. Yeah, I know. Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. All right, relax. Just trying to fix it for you. The cool thing about him is that, of course, yeah, they gave him a little posable tie, and this is also the fully posable version of Mr. Stark. Sorry, Mr. Stark. Sorry. Excuse me. This is the suited version of him, as I said. Business, very business official. You know, looks very serious in the face too. Don't look at me like that, okay? That's just your face. I get it. But also, for the next one we're going to introduce, this is a very one of his, I'm going to say, very first discoveries. Because if it wasn't for this, then he would have never been able to escape out of that cave that had happened when he was captured by those rebels. Because they wanted him to rebuild one of his most destructive weapons. It was a missile called the Jericho missile, which, of course, he was putting on display for some Marines who were looking to also procure some of the weapons that he had designed. But in doing so, it kind of backfired on him, because he ended up getting captured, and yes, he was forced to do things that he didn't want to do. He was tortured, he was beaten, and almost killed. But luckily, he bought himself just enough time in order to make one of the very famous suits that he had ever made in his whole arsenal. And I would very much like to share it with you guys today, because as of right now, I would very much like to introduce the Mark I Tony Stark suit, fully equipped with a flamethrower add-on. And what's cool about it also, let me just show you guys this real quick. Pull back and then easy. It's a misfire. Relax. Watch the laptop. It's very expensive. So why don't I just give you guys a spin-a-rooney of him? Now, I like this one because, as I said, they tried to stick as close as they could as to the movie, and at the same time the comic as possible. Now, granted, I know that he has another retro suit. I haven't been able to find that yet, but I'm still on the hunt for it, because I would very much like to add it to my collection. Because this guy here, he may be big, he may be bulky, but if it wasn't for this suit, he never would have been able to get out of that cave in order to escape back home. So let me just take the fire back, because we don't want it. All right, relax right there. All right. Now, excuse me. I feel like, you ever get that feeling you're about to sneeze and then all of a sudden it just retreats? God, I hate that. Let me tell you. Just fix you guys right there. Hang on. Just chill. Okay, now we're gonna get into the new ones. Now, this next one I'm about to introduce, he's a founder. He's not necessarily a founder of the X-Men, but he's an integral part, because at first nobody really knew what his intentions were, because he had attacked the White House in order to not necessarily kill the president, mainly just scare him into letting people know that mutants are here, that they exist, that in some ways, as a warning also, that if you cross them, then they will take action into their own hands. Yeah, hands. So, now, forgive me if I mess up this accent, because it's I'm still learning on it, but I thought that I'd take a stab at it. So, I'd very much like to introduce this next guy, and I hope you guys enjoy this. His name is Kurt Wagner, but in the Munich circus he was known as the Incredible Nightcrawler. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The teleporting, blue-skinned badass is right here. Now, It's true that he has sharp teeth and sticky hands, of course, but at the same time, those piercing yellow eyes that he has, they spell trouble, but at the same time, they don't spell trouble because he's a gentle soul. He only hurts like when he needs to, or if say he's in danger, or if he's looking out for his teammates. Other than that, hey, he's a gentle soul. Really, I've seen it. He's very nice, very kind, very caring, but just don't cross him, because for some reason, uh, you might. One thing that about him is that his mutant ability is teleportation, and I mean, hey, one day you're right there, 1 minute you're in the comforts of home or the comforts of just somewhere in the park, and next thing you know, you're teleported into the middle of the freaking Pacific Ocean and you're drowning because you pissed him off. So, why don't we just not do that? So, I see they've given him 3 faces. They've also given him extra hands, and ooh, they even gave him his sword. So why don't we slice this sucker open so that way everybody can get a good look at Mr. Wagner. And again, I do apologize about the noise, guys, because when you try to get these dudes out of plastic, I swear it's like trying to pick some teeth. Although picking teeth would probably be a little harder because that would probably actually hurt. Yes, the Buccaneer. Let's see here. Come on out. Come on out. Ooh, watch the tail. Watch the tail. I know. Very sensitive. Very sensitive. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. Now do me a favor. Just relax. No. Just take the blade. Take the blade. Just come on now. Nah, come on, Kurt. Don't do this to me now. You must take the blade. Take the blade. Take the blade. Be a man. Come on. Be a man. No, you don't want to take it? Okay, fine. We put it in. Just if you please, if you just please just please open your hand. Open your hand, Kurt. Please take the blade. Take. He's not wanting to play. He's not wanting to cooperate. He's not about to. I don't know. I'm trying to get to him. Ah, there we go. Good lad. Good lad. So now, why don't we just give y'all a good 360 look at him, huh? And there he is, folks. Kurt Wagner, aka Nightwolf, Nightcrawler. Ooh, sorry, I've been playing too much Mortal Kombat. I almost called him Nightwolf. Just get a good look at the tail. Now, what I like about it also is that they also gave him the point, because that's his origin tail right there. Now, many have stipulated that Nightcrawler is, like, I'm not gonna say the adopted son of Mystique, but many people believe that he is somewhat close to her. But as for being the son, I don't know. Seems a little bit far-fetched to me because, I mean, she, I'm gonna say she's a spy, but at the same time, she's ruthless. She's a killer. She'll do anything to get the job done. She's aligned herself with the Brotherhood, Magneto, Sabretooth, all those guys. So I don't know about that because Kurt, he's a little bit more nicer than she is. But a little history about Mr. Wagner here. Sorry, Wagner. A little history about that. Sorry. When he was born, he had these certain unusual characteristics. As you can tell, he was only born with he's only doing 4 toes and 6 fingers. Sorry, and but his power of self teleportation didn't really hit him as hard until his puberty. And actually, he was visited by I think it was a gypsy. Was it a gypsy? Yeah. Yes, it was actually. And she had there was at a moment where Kurt was actually teleporting around everywhere, and she had found him in a small shelter type thing. I don't know if it was a big one, a small one. I'm sure. Sorry. And that it happened sometime in the Black Forest with his father was lying dead on the road outside, but see, and it was in that moment that that claim had later called into question if it was this is a big word for me. Subsequently proven to be that Mystique was Kurt's mother. But to be honest, that still remains unchecked, unsure, and I mean, most stipulations believe that it's true. Me, I would say that it probably is. As much as I don't want to believe it, I'm pretty sure I'm contradicting myself because one moment I'll say yes, one moment I'll say no. But the only time I've ever seen the two together is I did see them in X-Men Evolution together. I did see them in X-Men 2 together. But and I mean, they seem to get along very well, other than the fact that Kurt feels like Mystique abandoned him because I guess that she wasn't ready to be the mother that he wanted her to be. So I'm guessing that she stepped away and just wanted to see him maybe be a man or see him live his own life. But unfortunately, in the time he had spent away from his mother, that's when he was picked up by the circus. And I can't really say that he enjoyed it as much, but it paid the bills, and he did what he needed to because he travels a lot. He was happy with it, and I'm sure he made plenty of friends. But at the same time, they didn't like what made it even better was that even though he was a mutant, that's where he most felt at home, because when you're in the circus, you're a family, because in a circus, the circus is a circus full of freaks, and to them, he was just a freak. Hey, another family member. Hey, welcome to the family, freak. Now you're one of us, and you're traveling with the circus. Whew. So we'll look at a couple of his accessorizable heads here. He's got two of them. Let's see. Whoa, easy. Let's see here. He's got a angry face. Yeah, angry face. That's the pissed off face. That's the face you don't want. And then this one, come on, this one here is, well, it's supposed to be a happy face. I mean, he's smiling. If my camera decides to focus. Come on, focus for me. Come on. It's not going to focus. But either way, it shows him smiling. This is his happy face right here. But the one he's got on right now is his serious face, as you can see. This is his serious face. And it's a very, very serious man. He's seriously blue. But hopefully I will change that frown and make it upside down and turn it into a smile. Huh? So, okay, so now we're going to move on to the main event. I decided to do this guy for last because this is not just any figure that I've procured right here. This is one of the Legend series of one of Marvel's most famous heroes. Now, you could probably tell as to why I'm wearing the shirt. I'm wearing it for a reason, okay? And now I will share it with you because this guy here, most of you guys know him as a kid from Brooklyn. And the way he was brought up, I respected him the most as one of my favorite Marvel characters, next to Spider-Man, of course, because right now they're fighting for the top spot because I like these both equally. I like them both in the same because they both have, the great qualities of each hero that they need. But since I've already introduced most of the spiders, now I'm going to introduce this guy. Yeah, and once again, this guy, he was one of the founding members of the Avengers. He has a very, very strong will. He's got heart. He's got spirit. He's got soul. And let me tell you, he's got a kick-ass shield, because this, however, is the captain. Captain on deck, ladies and gentlemen. Captain on deck. That's right, folks. This is the 80-year celebration Capt.America figure. Now, the reason I chose him to do last was because I felt the story of him and his upbringing was the most uplifting. the most inspirational, like I said, next to Spider-Man's, because at the time, Captain America, or as you guys know him, Steve Rogers. Um, as I said, born in Brooklyn, born and raised. He's a Brooklyn kid, and he had a very rough. I'm not going to say extremely rough childhood, but he wasn't really blessed with a lot of muscular capabilities. But he still made it work. He did everything that he could. I mean, this is the first Avenger we're talking about here, and I felt like the biggest part about him, like I said before, is his heart, because growing up, I mean, he was a very small stature kind of guy. He didn't have a lot of meat on him. He got picked around a lot. He got pushed around a lot. But at the same time, he always used to pal around with Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. But at the same time, he saw he looked up to Bucky because of mostly him being in the military. And what was cool about him is that he wanted to be the one to volunteer to go into the military to fight alongside Bucky. Unfortunately, he didn't really have the body stature that he wanted, but I mean, he did get in. It's just he didn't get in how he thought he was going to, because um, as a as the man he was growing up to be, he didn't really fit the qualifications until he met a scientist, and that's when some things started changing for him, because he was given what was known as the super soldier serum. He was one of the first members to ever receive it, and in doing so, um, he was bombarded with radiational lights, I'm going to say, and in doing so, that gave him extraordinary abilities that really no human being ever had. Um, he had doubled in strength, he had doubled in speed, doubled in stamina, and as you can plainly see, I mean, he was given the shield made out of the strongest metal on Earth, which is also made of vibranium. You can find it at your local Wakanda. So, enough fanboying, huh? Why don't we just slice this sucker open and see what he looks like? See all the trinkets that we got. Okay, easy now. Easy does it. Okay, yeah, I can already see that's awesome. Oh yeah, definitely cool. And in doing so, when he was brought, I meant to tell you, whenever he was brought up to speed, when he found out the first time he's going to war, um, unfortunately, whenever he had like gotten all of his super soldier abilities, he wasn't really seen as much of a war veteran type, because publicity unfortunately got to him first, so they wanted to turn him into a damn sideshow act. But at the same time, it's a good thing that they did that, because he would have never been able to get the colors that he's rocking right now. So why don't I just go ahead and get this out of there? Thank you. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, cool. Okay, okay, yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm sorry. So I figured that first we'll give you a good 360 of them, and as I said, this is the traditional Captain America colors that he's rocking right now. Come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. As I said, see, he's got his original helmet right there, the wings on the side, star on his chest, and of course, what are those? Oh, there's boots. Sorry. And he was given two interchangeable faces, and he was also given a shield, of course, the shield. So why don't we just throw that on your boy? There we go. And I was very happy to find this, because I did have an original Captain America, which was the movie version, but he kept falling off the shelf, and I got tired of dealing with it, so he had to go. But I'm hoping to find another one, maybe in time, that I'll be able to throw together with this one. And what's cool also that I've noticed already, two things about the shield. Of course, one, because he's got a hole in his back, which of course, portable carrying case, and he's also got this interchangeable hand, as of course you can see, it comes with a little tiny streak on it. And I'm about to put that together for you guys right now. So this and this and this right there. Perfect. Okay, Cap. Gonna need to make a small adjustment here. Just bear with me. And what's cool is that when you throw that on him, then bam! Looks like he's just throwing the shield, you know? And then, as I said before, this was one of the redeeming factors of the Captain America series, because just picture him throwing this at you when you don't even really expect it. And what's cool is that when you turn sideways, oh, it's spinning. Yep, that's right. And then fling it, Captain. See that? That's probably one of the coolest accessories that I've seen so far to go with a character figure that I've collected so far. Okay. That's good. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Cap, stay right there. Thank you. But anyways, that's all for today, folks. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this stream, and if you like, feel free to drop a like on me. Hit that like button, and if you like, feel free to hit that follow button right there. That will be posted in just a moment as soon as I finish. I would very much like to say thank you for those of you who joined me tonight, and if you want, feel free to drop any kind of questions, comments, or if you just want to say hello, feel free to drop in the comment section below. And as I said once before, feel free to hit that follow button. I did have to repeat myself because it wouldn't have shown up the first time. And until then, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves, stay zen, huh? Peace.